Good morning all of you. In the last class we have discussed about the sources and effects of physical impurity in water. And today we are going to discuss about the sources and effects of chemical and bacteriological impurities. So let us first discuss about the chemical impurities. The chemical impurities in water occurs due to presence of inorganic or organic chemicals. And the inorganic chemicals are present in 5 different forms such as acids, alkalis, toxic inorganic compound, dissolved inorganic substances and suspended inorganic substances. So let us first move to the acids. So the discharge from industries such as factories producing insecticides, for example DDT, and factories producing batteries contains acid. The water containing acid is harmful to the aquatic life and it will cause corrosion of metal or concrete structure. And this will also affect the process of self purification of natural water bodies. So let us discuss about the what is self purification. So when sewage is discharged into natural water bodies, its organic matter gets oxidized by the dissolved oxygen content in water. Then the deficiency of dissolved oxygen that is created in natural water will be filled up by the absorption of atmospheric oxygen. That means first the dissolved oxygen of water is consumed by the sewage, then the sewage will get oxidized, and after that and at the same time the oxygen is replenished by the atmosphere. So this phenomena which occur in all natural water bodies is known as self purification of natural water. Then next we will come to the alkalis. The discharge from certain chemical manufacturing industries or chemical consuming industries contain alkalis. So the presence of alkalis will destroy bacteria and other microorganisms in the natural water body. These are also harmful to the aquatic life and will affect the process of self purification of river. Then come to the next, that is toxic inorganic compound. The industrial waste from certain industries such as fertilizers, coke oven, etc. contains toxic inorganic compounds. The important toxic inorganic compounds include free chlorine, chloramine, hydrogen sulfide and salts of many metals such as chromium, lead, nickel, copper, mercury and zinc, etc. So these type of inorganic compounds are toxic to fish and other aquatic life. Then we will move to the dissolved inorganic substances. So these include mineral or gases which are derived either naturally or from certain industrial waste. And their effect depends upon the nature of dissolved mineral or gas. So here this is a table showing different types of dissolved mineral or gas and their effect. So first, if bicarbonates, carbonates, chloride and sulfates of calcium, magnesium and sodium is present, it will impart alkalinity, hardness and taste to the water. Then if iron oxide is present, then it will impart hardness, color and taste. Then if manganese is present, it will also impart color and taste. Then due to the presence of carbon dioxide, it will cause corrosion of metals and impart acidity to water. Then if hydrogen sulfide is present, it will cause corrosion of metals and impart odor to the water. And if oxygen is present, it will cause corrosion of metals. So these are different gases. Then we will move to suspended inorganic substances. So this includes particles of clay, sand and silt, etc. And these impurities will impart turbidity to water. Then let us discuss about the organic chemicals. So the discharge from sewage and industrial waste containing fat, protein, carbohydrates and other organic substances such as algae, decayed leaves, fungi, dead animals, etc. are the main source of this type of impurities. So these impurities are responsible for the growth of bacteria in water, which may prove to be dangerous to public health. So this is all about the chemical impurities. Now we will move to the bacteriological impurities. So the main source of bacteriological impurity are domestic sewage and industrial waste. The presence of pathogenic bacteria, certain fungi, viruses, parasitic worms, etc. will cause bacteriological impurities in water. These organisms multiply excessively in water bodies and hence they are injurious and harmful to the public health, and even they may result in the outbreak of waterborne diseases. So this is all about for today's class. In the next class, we will discuss about the analysis of water, that is the physical, chemical and bacteriological quality of water. Thank you.